And joining us now from the Zoom room for your work week weather forecast and some other stuff is our Landon Aydlett. Good morning, Landon.
Hey, good morning. Do you hear me and see me okay?
Yes, we do.
We see a whole bunch of other people too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me set this up real quick and everything. As you guys know, Landon is always good enough to give us, so much of his time, his expertise, and his knowledge when it comes to like weather and everything. And if you have noticed one thing that's consistent about Landon, he's very, very extra. And that's a very, very good thing. He always gets really creative with his segments and everything, and we absolutely love that. So he actually reached out to us last week, and he goes, I realize it's Christmas week and everything, and we want to give you guys the weather and let you know what's up. But I also want to know if it's cool if I kind of bring in my family's Christmas, because, we're all over the planet. So what we're doing today is we're going to show you an Aydlett family Christmas, as it were, and show you how his family celebrates the holidays in 3 different time zones. So, Landon, if you can, just who you got in the Zoom room today?
Well, I got all of my immediate family. So here at my house, I have my twin brother, his wife, and my nephew. But then all the way from the States, I have my dad, my stepmom, my grandmother, my mom, my stepdad, my sister, and my brother-in-law, whom I've never met before. She's been married for a couple years, and I've still never met him. I guess it's this time difference. But I always figured that it was probably he doesn't exist. So it's nice to see him here in the Zoom room. But I brought all my family over here just to share this experience with you all. And it's actually our first time to be all together for Christmas since 2006. Brandon moved to the Pacific in summer of 2007. And so we as a family have not been together since Christmas of 2006.
Well, that's what we do on this show, man. You know how we do things. It's all about family here, and we take care of ours. So, so let's see. So your stepfather and your mother, let's bring them up. Richard and Madonna. Madonna, I love that. I mean, I'm sure when you guys were growing up and everything, like the kids and everything, you guys heard so much. It's like, okay, gonna dress you up in my love, like all sorts of things. That's amazing. But so Richard and Madonna are in Jacksonville, Florida. So, sir and ma'am, good morning and happy holidays to you.
Thank you. Same to you. And half a day.
Okay, so how has it been trying to like reconnect with your family and with all of like you're looking at now 2 generations of your family, in this most bizarre of years?
I'm excited to be able to reconnect with all my family.
They had a picture of Richard Madonna.
It's a lot of excitement.
All right, so tell you what, so that's in Jacksonville, Florida, where I know for a fact it is very, very cold, ironically, in the middle of the Sunshine State. But let's go all the way across the country to the Great Northwest, where Sister Hillary, who I had the pleasure of meeting this past weekend, and folks, I got to tell you, there is no bigger University of Kentucky basketball fan than Miss Hillary. When it comes to the NCAA tournament, there's the UK, and there's like 63 other teams who are just going to get their butts kicked. Okay, so Hillary, who have you got with you today?
This is my husband Benjamin, and then this is Stella, one of our many. She's pretty festive too.
Very nice. How old is she?
We got her from the Humane Society. We're guessing about 6 years old, not totally sure. But we've had her for about 2 years now.
Okay, that's a lovely tree behind you, by the way. And do you have like a lot of family heirlooms and like a lot of traditional things that you actually took with you when you moved out to the West Coast?
A little bit, not too much though. I packed pretty light. But this tree is pretty cool in this area. There's a lot of tree farms that you can go and cut your own tree down. So we actually got to go pick it out, cut it down ourselves. So.
Yeah, well, if Seattle has one thing in great abundance, it is amazing trees. So, no shortage of Douglas firs out there, I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for opening your home to us. Let's go back out to the East Coast now, where Dad Bill, I believe so, we have Bill, Grandma Jean, and stepmother Rebecca. Hafaday and happy holidays to you. How you doing, Bill?
Hey, happy holidays.
Hi. Merry Christmas. North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, more basketball country over here. So Bill, I know one of the Landon was telling me that one of the amazing things that you have in your home is you have apparently a really crazy train set. Do you mind if we take a look at that,
Yeah,
sir?
I do. Okay.
Wow.
Are they leaving them?
Okay, and if you would maybe describe for us, Bill, like just some of the pieces. Wow. Okay, that's not one. That's two trains, and I see something's also on an upper deck. That is impressive. Nice. Yeah. How many trains is that, Bill?
I've got 8 running at one time.
Wow. Oh, even on the ceiling, that is amazing. Oh. Oh, and what is that? What is that little guy?
That's what it's called a work car.
Oh, nice.
And this is a trolley.
Yeah, well, I wanted to say on behalf of everybody on Guam, God bless your family and God help your power bill around the holidays.
Ain't that the truth? This is their grandmother and their stepmother. Hi, y'all.
Yeah, so Landon, this is your family's Christmas party and everything like that. So you guys want to send holiday greetings to each other? Or?
There we go. I definitely want to tell the family Merry Christmas, and unlike the song, the popular song, I'll be home for Christmas. I won't be home this year for Christmas, but hopefully in a couple years. But I miss you all. We all love you very much, and Merry Christmas. I hope y'all are enjoying the colder weather over there. It's hot and balmy over here, and I've got the air conditioning blasting over my head, and it's still hot in here.
Okay, well, your twin brother Brandon, who is 12 minutes older than you, I was able to confirm because we are journalists of the highest caliber here at KUAM. You guys also have a pretty nice setup there, and you keep promising us you're going to show us how you've decked out your halls for Christmas. So take us around your crib.
Yeah, let me show you what I've got, and let me say my inspiration. Actually, my brother and our inspiration is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Of course.
That is our goal in life. I didn't do quite so much outside. It's still a work in progress outside of the house that I just moved into a few months ago. But come next year, I'll have a lot more stuff going on. So this is the downstairs. I'm trying to keep it a little classier, a little more organized down here. Hello, Shirley and Liam. And then I have more lights in the living room or the dining room, and then also the kitchen. I don't spare any room in this house.
Wow.
At the moment. But what I want to do is I want to take you upstairs to what I call it the Lincoln bedroom. And this is, my dad has all the trains in his house, but we have a well-known toy from the older years called Lincoln Logs.
Oh, I love
Lincoln
Logs.
We grew up with Lincoln Logs since our grandmother would babysit us growing up, and so we would play with the Lincoln Logs in her house that our aunts and uncles grew up with from many years ago. So, Brandon, you want to open up the door? It's kind of like classical orchestra meets rock band.
Yeah, how many Christmas trees you guys got in one house?
I don't know. But we have a small collection of blocks that we've assembled.
No, wait, Sabrina, are you getting a look at this? That is crazy. Well done.
So we have, Typhoon Liam just knocked out the power.
and we got the littlest engineer there working the lights.
There we go. So yeah, we've been collecting these link-alongs since J.C. Penney department used to put out the catalog, the Christmas catalog, many years ago. And so our parents would order us the large cases of blocks. Since those days, every year.
Now I feel really bad.
I don't even have a Christmas tree. That's it.
Okay, so I want to tell the whole family. Let me bring you guys up. Okay. The whole family, we have a shout out for you guys from Tammy Meads Sanders, who
Trying to
says,
purchase these
Merry
things
Christmas,
over
Landon
these,
and
we have
family.
some big
We
goals.
miss and love you. And you guys are getting a ton of comments on our comment stream right now on Facebook Live. People are just absolutely blown away at your incredible display. Not just here on Guam, but all over the place. We've got Hillary's tree. We've got Bill's incredible trains. I mean, that's not even a train set. That's like an entire station right there. Very, very
Yeah,
nice.
he's got decades of collections.
Okay, and then Bill, there is at least one commenter on our Facebook feed right now that is asking, would you like to come out to Guam and run our public transit system? Because we need it. With that train set up, I think that's a heck of a audition right there. Okay, so real quick, I want to ask Mom. So Madonna and Richard, you guys can hear me. I know you've got some pictures of the twins.
Uh-oh.
So if you wouldn't mind sharing, let's bring those up. Aww.
Oh my goodness.
We still don't know.
Pictures go
We
both
still
ways.
don't know who is who.
I was just gonna say, okay, Sabrina, what do you think? Sabrina here is our co-host, and she's gonna play judge, jury, and executioner here. So which one's which? I want to say that's Brandon on the right.
I can't.
I'll have to check with Mom. Which is which?
I'm not sure.
They're gonna.
Mom is not sure. Unidentified.
I kept bracelets on them.
You get.
Here they are growing up with their sister.
Oh, that's a nice shot of Hillary.
Here they are
Wow.
playing Christmas.
Their grandmother made the vest for them.
Grandma made those vests.
Oh, wow.
And this is what they used to do every year and will still try to. Tip their sister upside down and try to shake change out of her.
I'm not there to carry that on. We need to start with Liam on that one.
That's so
Okay, so we got a next segment to go to, but for the entire family, again, you guys are in 3 different time zones, 4 different states, an island. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for opening up your home, your hearts, and your traditions to us and everything like that. And let's go around the room real quick, because we want to give you guys the opportunity once again to wish each other Merry Christmas, and again, what has been, just an unprecedented year, to each other, and then also to the new friends that you've made here on our show today. So let's go ahead and start with Richard and Madonna. Strike a pose, please.
Go ahead. Strike a pose.
I love my family very much. Always happy to be with them. And we love the Christmas season because of what it represents. Our Christ, which was born.
And we miss everyone. And we're waiting for Liam to come over here for a while for us.
All right, thanks so much, Madonna and Richard in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, let's go back out to Seattle, where Hillary, her husband, and a wonderful canine companion. Can you hold that dog up for a second? I know everybody wants to screenshot that. You're gonna wind up being like 100 people's screensavers on their phone now. And what message would you have for your family and for everybody watching right now, Hillary?
Merry Christmas to everyone from rainy Seattle. But it's nice seeing everyone. We should do this more often. I definitely miss family and hope to see you all in person sooner than later.
Very nice. Well, hey, if you got some sunshine, you've got a Guam connection right now, so we're happy to bottle some of that up and send it right over to you. And then once again, let's go out to North Carolina, where Dad Bill, stepmom Rebecca, and Grandma Jean. What Christmas wish do you have, folks, to your family and to the friends you've made today?
Anyway, Merry Christmas to everybody. Glad y'all enjoyed the train show. And from all of us in North Carolina, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And we love you very much and miss you. And thank you for this opportunity to get together.
And Hillary, you look so pretty.
Well, now that we've got some friends in North Carolina, we would be happy to practice, international diplomacy, and we would be more than pleased to do a barbecue exchange with you.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
We've got some ribs coming your way out to North Carolina. If we could exchange them for those Carolina honeys, oh man, those are so good. Okay, and then now let's go down where I believe Landon went offline for a few minutes. He may have been tearing when we brought up those pictures of him. So
Deep listen signal.
okay, is that Landon or Brandon? I can't even tell them apart now. So okay, that's Brandon now. Oh yeah, Brandon, we might have to do that weather thing.
Yeah, we can definitely do weather. There's a lot of stuff going on, and so we've got Landon back on the Zoom conference, and so yeah, we've got definitely dry season pattern full and in charge for the Marianas. Here you can see on the Guam radar, we do have a couple of showers moving through the Marianas. Nothing of consequence, and you can see a lot of that bright blue and green. That indicates it's pretty windy outside. The wind kicks up the seas. There's a lot of salt spray in the air, and we see that all the time this time of year. And as we move over, let's take a closer look at some of the satellite data that shows surface wind speeds, where you can see the yellow and green. Green indicates up to 20-knot winds. Yellow is exceeding 20 knots. So the seas are going to be choppy out there. If you have any boating plans the next couple of days, watch out, especially on the eastern side of the islands. On the leeward side, just to the west of the islands, you're going to be a little bit protected. But as you start getting out farther to the west, it's going to get quite a bit windier. Satellite shows a very dry picture across the area. We did have a couple of showers yesterday. There was a small trade wind disturbance that pushed through to the west. And now to the east, it's pretty dry. Just a couple of trade wind disturbances all through here. Not many showers expected for the next day or two. However, that will change by midweek. This is a satellite-based atmospheric moisture sensor. We're looking at total precipitable water. Guam is right here, kind of in the middle. And where you see the yellow, orange, that was a trade wind disturbance that pushed through just yesterday. That brought some showers. We saw up to a ½ inch of rain near Anderson. But much fewer showers across the rest of the island. Much drier air pushing behind a cold front that just pushed off of Japan. That's going to stay across the northern Pacific as we continue to see our weather dominated by trade wind disturbances.
And Brandon, thank you for using that candy cane as an official pointer too. That's a very nice touch.
I find it a very tasteful choice.
Uncle Sam went all out when it came to tricking out the NWS with appropriate gear around the holidays.
That's right. Right now, Liam knows these as Christmas canes. They're not candy.
Oh,
so,
no, hey.
We're trying to keep
that's
that
the pointer you can eat.
That is the pointer we can eat, absolutely. But the rain gauges across the island showed a little bit of about a ½ inch of rain near Anderson in the past 2 days, but much fewer showers were felt the rest of the island. And so we're going to zoom out. This is one of the U.S. National Weather Service GFS model. This is a nice little web page I like to look at because it kind of colorizes the winds, and you can see all these east-northeast trade winds coming across the Pacific, the tropical area, Micronesia from the Marshalls all the way to Palau. We've got these little ripples in the trade wind flow, and that's where we see some trade wind disturbances, some heavier showers and thunderstorms. Not nearly what we saw a couple of days ago. And then there is a circulation out there far to the west of the Philippines. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center is just watching that for the potential for development in the next couple of days. However, for the Marianas and the rest of Micronesia, it's going to be quiet trade wind pattern. And now for the people who are looking for Santa Claus later this week. Well, this is the upper level wind flow. If we have any pilots that are watching this right now,
they're going to see that jet stream blowing from Japan all across the North Pacific. Those jet stream winds are pushing about 200 to 250 miles per hour. This is the great time to be flying from Japan out to the United States. You're going to be making some really good time and saving some gas. However, for Santa Claus, we don't see much change in this jet stream pattern by late week. So Santa Claus driving from, or actually flying, I don't think he's going to do much driving across the Pacific. As Santa Claus comes from the North Pole, he's going to probably be working his way down the international date line, because the Marshall Islands, they are the first time zone that will reach Christmas morning. So Santa Claus is going to have to come across all this strong jet stream. He's going to have a little bit of turbulence, but good thing Rudolph can see his way. There might be a little bit of Cirrus that he's going to have to break through. But I'm sure he's going to make his way to the Marianas just in time for Christmas morning. So everybody behave, be on your best behavior. Buoys, the biggest concern for the next several days, of course, are the sea conditions. As the trade winds increase, we see an increase in trade wind swell. Right now at Retidian, just to the northwest of Guam, we're seeing sea heights are pushing up to about 9-10 feet at times. And we could see a rise in seas later today and into tomorrow. So watch out for this. We do have a high surf. Actually, we just dropped the high surf advisory for north-facing reefs. We're dealing with primarily an easterly trade wind swell that will keep a high risk of dangerous rip currents across much of the eastern portions of the islands of the Marianas. Of course, if you go up to Retidian Beach, the currents are notoriously strong up there. So we do ask you that you maintain extreme caution heading out to the beaches. And before I head on, let me just show you, this is one of the most frequent natural killers in the islands is rip currents. This is a picture that I took several years ago behind Sheraton Hotel, Agana Bay in the background. And the swell is coming in, but the water piles up in the bays when we have high surf. But somewhere that water has to come back out into the ocean, and it looks for the deeper parts in the reef, and the water will cut through the reef and breaks through the swell. You can identify those rip currents with churning water. It's a little bit choppier. The waves are not as well developed. Those rip currents can be very strong. You cannot swim against the rip currents. They're just too powerful. Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer, he would not be able to swim against these currents. But if you look, it's very, very narrow. And if you get caught in a rip current, we hope you don't, but if you get caught in a rip current, the easiest way out is just to swim one way or the other to the side, and then you will very quickly be out of the water. But ultimately, we do ask that if you have any water plans, definitely swim with the buddy system. Always have somebody with you that knows where you will be and has an eye on you. I know we do have lifeguards during the daytime hours most days, but always, the more cautions you can take, the better off you will be. These are some arrows that show you kind of where the rip currents are going in the red, and then the blue indicates the surf, and the green is your way out to safety. And so we'll splash right back to the weather demonstration. We have the Saipan buoy is also showing in green some of the recent sea spikes. We had 8-foot seas overnight. It's come down just a little bit, but in pink and the purple, that we're expecting another little rise in sea heights the next couple of days. I spoke with the forecasters on duty at the office, and the next couple of days, we're going to see winds increasing to about 20 to 25 miles per hour during the day. And of course, sea heights will be increasing, especially out of the east. We're not looking at a high surf warning, meaning surf of 15 feet or greater, but certainly on the east side of the Marianas, watch out for some large surf. The winds will make the seas very choppy. So if you're not an extremely experienced boater handling a larger boat, we would recommend staying in port and not venturing out into these conditions. And again, on our homepage, you can find this online at weather.gov/GUM, G-U-M. G-U-M, because we want you to stick with us, weather.gov/GUM. We have a high surf advisory that will be going down, at least for the north-facing reefs, but a small craft advisory and a high rip current risk remains in effect for at least the next several days. And so again, a dry trade wind pattern for the week. We got a trade wind disturbance that still looks to be coming in around midweek between Wednesday and Thursday, but a little bit drier by Christmas Day. If you want to know about some white stuff in our forecast, we do have some white stuff coming. but in the form of clouds and choppy sea conditions. So definitely, as always, stay safe and do what you got to do to keep your family safe and communicate with each other. And we always hope everybody has a great week and a very wonderful holidays.
All right, very, very nice. Once again, thank you so much for your family. And if you guys are watching this, you know how we do things here. We said on the link over and over and over, it's all about family. We came to you this morning with Brandon and Landon's family. There they are. There's a nice shot of the boys. Okay, 3 different states, a U.S. territory, an island, 3 different time zones, 2 members of the animal kingdom, 2 different species, because we got Hillary's wonderful dog there. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, once again, for sharing your holidays with you. And we wish you and your family the very best. Stay safe and stay healthy, and we'll talk to you very soon. Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Well done,
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
That
Wow.
was
what a
cool.
weather forecast, man. That was amazing.
I know. And, remember, Brandon was saying in the beginning, he's like, "Oh, I don't think I'm going to talk that much." But yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah, I feel bad. I need to go do
We're
something.
going your Christmas day. I know. I'm like, oh, I gotta step up my Christmas decoration. Oh wow.
Yeah, Andy was sitting there and his jaw was on the floor. He was like, "Wow, that's actually really, really, really." I told you guys, Landon was extra.
Yeah.
That's a
And
great
that's
display,
exactly-
man. They really go all out, and it's nice to see other families' traditions. You know, the level at which they decorate and celebrate the holidays. So pretty cool stuff, man. I'm glad they all shared that with us.
Yeah. Feel bad. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna go to a break, and then we're gonna come back and head to Aydlett to talk with the governor's communication.